Wait a little bit. Hopefully someone comes on in the next minute or two. I'm waiting a little bit before so I can turn on Twitch on my phone so I can have the comments on there, so in case someone wants to comment, they can. First, before I do that, there. Da da da. Okay. No. No. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna wait until it's about 2 minutes in, and then I'll start up. Wow, this is crooked. Whatever. Oh wait. Just a second. Okay. Let's see if anyone... Nope. Still no one on there? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and start up. There are so many missions in the Soul Cairn. I meant to do this. I always mix up the R3 and L3.
Let's keep moving.
What's that?
Madness. It was madness to attack that coven of witches. Why didn't they listen to me?
Yes. Ooh. Really? Longbow and some iron arrows in the Soul Cairn?
How dare they cast me from the battle spire? I will make them pay dearly.
I don't think you'll be doing much of anything.
Stories about the Soul Cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's worked out what I imagined.
I thought there were extra missions in here. Oh! That startled me to death. Oh my goodness, I about jumped out of my skin. Oh my goodness. That scared me so bad. Hi.
Oh!
Wait.
Where'd you come
What?
from? That'll teach you.
My health goes up so fast. So don't go up to that, because you saw what happens. Watch this. Whee! Do this and... Go over here so I can. When I'm trying to get the. Come on! There it is. How is there golden stuff in here? Hey, buddy?
I thought death was a release, not an eternity of torment.
Yeah, that's because someone stole your soul.
You must help me find my Arvak. He doesn't deserve to be in a place like this.
Calm down. Who's Arvak?
Arvak, my horse. We came to this horrible place together. We were attacked by monsters, so I told him to run. Please, he's such a loyal creature, and he's been running for so long. You have to save him. A place like this will change you.
How can I help him?
Arvak! Arvak! Where are you? Arvak, please come back! Come back!
Huh. That's right. You can get stuff from the soul fissures.
Where'd you come from?
Dovahkiin. I have a stinking Dovahkiin song stuck in my head. Don't run into me. That was mean.
A soul gem. That's what it was. Then, I must be... Oh no.
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bone. Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer?
So that's how you got here?
You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. Now people would track me down just to see what I had for sale.
Got anything left?
Very few. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here.
There must be something you want.
I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart. Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
I don't have it yet.
No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
Look at the sky. What kind of place is this?
Where's the soul husks? What are those things? That's where I came from. Okay. Ooh. There's a fissure. So whenever you use the soul thing on a person, this is where they go. Can be placed atop the apparatus. Nice.
Who's there?
Turned it in. There it is.
That'll do. Mother!
Maker. It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
I've been keeping her safe.
Safe?
Ooh, man,
You
my
call
voice.
bringing her here safe? Has she explained nothing to you? Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkahar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
Serana underwent this ritual willingly?
It was expected of her, just as it was expected of me. Being selected as an offering to Molig Bal is an honor. She wouldn't have dared turn her back on that. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to
And
happen.
how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I'll kill him.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in
You
this?
care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification. And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Serana believes in me, why won't you?
Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have it with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
Wow. Well, we'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnaviel roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
How did you become a prisoner? If I leave the soul... How did you become imprisoned here?
When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place.
What was the bargain?
I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here.
Huh, they tricked you.
The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins.
You became drunk.
Unfortunately, yes. Since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach.
You've been imprisoned here for all this time?
Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in.
Who are the Ideal Masters?
I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance.
What do they resemble?
Well, some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn. I believe there's more to it than that.
How so?
I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence.
Nice. And the crystals?
Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims.
Why would they require sustenance?
The Ideal Masters' weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them.
What do the Masters provide in return?
The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here, as harvested souls.
Oh, wow. So if I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer.
Nice. So why haven't you pursued the prophecy?
Harkon's vision is a world plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition.
What sort of
If
attention?
eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated.
So you prefer living in the shadows?
I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future.
Okay. Well, let's get going.
And keep my daughter safe.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
How are you? Ooh. How are you feeling after talking to your mother?
Relieved, I think. All those things had been building for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her.
Why did you ever agree to her plan?
Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually I started believing them.
She doesn't seem too fond of him.
The moment we gave ourselves to Molik Bal, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power, and pulling in different directions. And then he found that prophecy, and that was it.
And you were caught in the middle.
I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now.
Oh, it didn't have anything to do with it. You shouldn't blame yourself.
You don't know what it's like, coming from a family like that. Everything eventually tumbles down to you. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Ooh, another fissure. Bet they're up in this building. Seems like there was an entrance. We need to find an entrance in here, because that's where they are. There's some bad guys in here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh, wow. Wait, does it not show up as an actual mission? Come on! That's stupid. This is so stupid. How many soul thingies do I have? I can't remember what they're called. I think it should be in here. I think it starts with an S. Nope. Sure doesn't. Let's see. Oh. Oh, I know where it is. It's ingredients. Forgot it is an ingredient. I thought it was a soul something. Oh, it's a food. Soul Husk 13. Huh. That's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Now I just lost where I was. Well, might as well stay in this form now. I can't pick anything up. Stuff.
Done and done.
Now I can do that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. What's this? Oh, come on! Alright.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
So what's this? Alright, fine.
What do you want?
What exactly are you doing?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Oh, his voice is worse than mine right now. Opus? What do you mean?
What do I mean, indeed? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Let's just start from the beginning.
Very well. I suppose a moment or two of my time couldn't hurt.
Well, especially since you have an eternity since you're stuck.
I am Jib. Some call me Saint Jib. Others call me Jib the Eradicator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Nope, never heard of you.
I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know of my achievements.
You're talking about a book?
A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book.
Okay.
Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Jib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dhalma.
Maybe a shorter title is in order?
Maybe you should leave the writing to an expert. Stop making foolish suggestions.
How is your work going so far?
Terrible. Simply terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair.
Prison? You mean the Soul Cairn?
So what? What in the name of a Vic are you talking about?
Hey, I've met him in the
All
other
I
game.
remember is that damned Remora and his minions bursting into my home and sending me to their prison.
Did Mora capture you?
Well, I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal. Next thing I knew, I arrived here.
Your soul was trapped.
My what? Wait. That means...
You're dead.
No. All these wasted months? Or has it been years? I don't even remember how much time has passed. No, my work will never see the light of day. My name will be forgotten.
Could I help?
Perhaps. Do you have a way out of here?
I do, but you can't leave that way.
Maybe I can't leave. But my writings can. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. Otherwise, I need to do all of this from memory.
How many pages did you lose?
When I was tossed in here, I felt myself falling. And I dropped the pages I had been holding. There were 10 of them in all. Find them for me, please. I beg you.
Why would a Dremora attack you? How did you earn your nicknames?
Well, that's a ridiculous question. Everyone traveling through here has said that the Oblivion Gates have been opening all over Tamriel.
That was a bit before my time.
Has it been that long? Oh my. Well, it started with the followers of Mehrunes Dagon having Emperor Uriel Septim VII assassin. Without a Septim on the throne of the Empire, Dagon was able to leave Oblivion through the gates and attack.
Why was Dagon able to do this?
All I heard is that without a septum sitting on the throne of the Empire, the dragon fires in a place called the Temple of the One were no longer lit.
Oh my goodness.
This meant that we were vulnerable to the forces of oblivion.
That'd be so awesome if you meet him in, if it's actually during the time of Elder Scrolls Online. What happened? What ended up happening?
Well, I don't know. Everything seemed fine until that Dremora attacked me. I only heard later about the gates from the other soul. I can only assume the gates have been closed by now.
Where were you captured?
I had just moved from my ancestral home in Morrowind to the continent of Cyrodiil.
Oh.
I settled in the city of Kavach to write my memoirs and to find some peace and quiet.
Is that where you were at the time?
Indeed. One moment I was writing diligently, and the next, my door bursts open. It was a cadre of Dremora. The city was under attack. I took it upon myself to join the cause and fight the Dremora, thinking this would simply be another feather in my cap.
Didn't work out that way, I assume.
The reason I'm standing in front of you as only a whisper of my former self should tell you that I never knew what became of Kavach. I wonder if they were triumphant without me.
How did you earn your nicknames?
Ah, yes. Say Jib, Jib the Eradicator, Jib the Magnificent. I've earned a lot of those titles thanks to my campaign against the Winged Menace.
Winged Menace?
Yes, I'm speaking of the Cliff Racer, of course. Wretched things. They used to crisscross the skies over Morrowind like vermin. Nasty flying creatures with a habit of sneaking upon the unwary.
What was your campaign against them?
After I was freed from prison, I decided to turn my life around. Give something back to the people of Morrowind. It became quickly apparent that the best way I could help would be by wiping out the Cliff Racers.
Were you successful?
Indeed I was. I hunted down and killed every last one of them. Took years. The people of Morrowind were so grateful to have the roads safer again, they took to calling me St. Jilben. Then the other names followed.
You said you were in prison?
That was a dark time in my life. I did a lot of things
I ended up regretting.
Maybe
that's why it's so hard to
I
redeem
worked so
myself
hard
without
to
free.
redeem myself.
What did you do?
I murdered others for money.
And before you think
I belong to some romantic or secretive guild, think again. I was simply an addict who needed money for skooma. The stuff wasn't cheap, and murder always seemed to be
How'd you get caught?
I finally bit off more than I could chew. I was paid to assassinate some high-ranking official from House Redorin.
Yep, that'll do it.
What I didn't know is someone had hired the Morag Tong to kill him as well.
Ooh, rival assassin?
Exactly. He got to my target first and called the guard to cover his tracks. By the time I got there, the place was on alert. Walked right into a trap and didn't even realize it until I was captured.
So what ended up happening to you?
They tried me for murder, threw me on a prison ship, and sent me to the jail in Vivek City. Gave me a lot of time to think, that's for sure.
Huh?
Thanks again for searching. I don't know what I'd do without my pages.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I still had my... Oh, you got stuck there, I guess.
Who's there? I knew I heard something. Done and done.
Seriously? I wonder if I have any... No. Divert form. No, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna wait 24 hours and see if that rakes me up a little bit more on my vampire skills. Let's see. Man, no one's been joining. Kind of sad. Well, it is what it is. The Bloodstar Vampire, you are hated and feared. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was a nasty burp. Oh, wow. Dragon bone arrows? Oh my goodness. Nice. You know what? About 10 to 15 minutes left. Okay, so there's only one left. Okay, let's see. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I still have one here.
Where'd you come from? Done, done.
One moment I'm raising a sword against that necromancer. The next moment I found myself here. What happened?
Did you hear what you just said? You answered your question inside of your question. You're fighting a necromancer. What do you think happened? Come on now. Ouch.
What day is it? What year? What era, even?
Where'd you come from?
Okay. You're ticking me off. Die already.
Leave me be.
Well, alrighty then. Of course, I probably wouldn't be in too great of a mood if my soul was stuck in a place like this. So, fair enough.
Who's there? Where'd you come from? one and done.
Oh, come on. Okay. There. Well, piece of trash. Get back up here. Let me up there. I guess I can't get to that spot. Oh. See if there's any more stairs. Oh my nose. Okay. After I finish this, I'm
The
gonna...
barrier should be gone now. Let's head back.
Alright. Okay. What time is it? Oh, it's 5:30. I don't have time to make it there. Okay. Get up here. Okay. Well, thank you for watching my live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can tell, my live streams on Wednesdays are a bit shorter. They're only an hour long because I have to leave to pick up someone else and then head to church. I hope you enjoyed my stream. I hope if you're not following my Twitch that you would, and to tell your friends about my Twitch stream, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye. I hit the wrong button.